That little brown bottle sitting in your medicine cabinet, the one you bought for $1.50 to clean up scraped knees, might be the single most underrated plumbing tool in your entire house. I'm Mason, this is Mason Pure Cleaning, and over the next few minutes I'm going to show you how ordinary 3% hydrogen peroxide can clear a slow bathroom sink, a sluggish shower, even a tub that takes 20 minutes to empty, without a single drop of the harsh chemical cleaners that plumbers quietly hate. I'll take you from a fast 1-hour treatment all the way up to a multi-night deep clean for drains that have been misbehaving for months. And I'll finish with a 5-minute monthly habit that keeps every drain in your home running like the day it was installed. If you find this kind of practical, money-saving cleaning advice useful, do me a quick favor and tap that subscribe button so you never miss a video, because I put out new ones every week. Let's get one thing straight before we pour anything anywhere, because understanding the enemy makes you far better at defeating it. The overwhelming majority of slow bathroom drains are not blocked by some mysterious object lodged deep in your plumbing. They're narrowed by organic buildup. Strands of hair wrap around the crosspiece of the drain, soap residue glues those strands together, dead skin cells and toothpaste add to the mix, and over weeks a bacterial film, that dark slimy coating you may have seen if you've ever pulled out a drain plug, grows over the whole mess like moss on a rock. Every shower adds another layer. Eventually, the pipe that used to be 1.5 inches wide is down to the width of a pencil, and water backs up. Here is where the chemistry gets interesting. Hydrogen peroxide is an oxidizer. When it touches organic material, it releases oxygen in a rapid chemical reaction, and that reaction physically breaks apart the bonds holding hair, soap film, and bacteria together. That fizzing sound you hear when peroxide hits a cut on your finger is the exact same reaction that happens inside your drain. The bubbles aren't decoration. Each one is a tiny burst of oxygen tearing into the gunk, softening it, lifting it off the pipe walls, and killing the odor-causing bacteria while it works. One more detail worth knowing, because it explains why patience matters so much with this method. Peroxide doesn't blast a clog apart in one dramatic moment. It works layer by layer, the way a slow rain wears down a dirt mound, dissolving the outer surface first, and then working inward. That's why contact time is everything. And it's why the instructions you're about to hear keep coming back to one theme. Pour it, then walk away and let the chemistry earn its keep. Rushing the process is the #1 reason people try peroxide once, see a mediocre result, and wrongly conclude it doesn't work. Compare that to the commercial drain openers on the hardware store shelf. Most of those rely on lye or concentrated sulfuric acid, and they clear clogs by generating intense heat, sometimes enough to soften PVC joints, corrode older metal pipes, and etch the finish on your fixtures. Worse, if the product fails, you're left with a sink full of caustic liquid you now have to deal with by hand. Peroxide produces no dangerous heat, no toxic fumes, and it's safe for septic systems because it breaks down into nothing but water and oxygen, a gentler tool that costs a fraction of the price and can't hurt your plumbing. That's a rare combination. The shopping list is short, and you probably own most of it already. Grab a standard 16-ounce bottle of 3% hydrogen peroxide, the same drugstore variety used for first aid. Skip the stronger salon concentrations sold for hair lightening. They're unnecessary for this job, and the 3% solution is safer to handle. You'll also want a kettle or a pot for heating water, a small amount of liquid dish soap, an old towel, and if you can spare $2, one of those flexible plastic drain strips with little barbs down each side. Some people call them hair snakes or zip strips. Whatever the name, that flimsy piece of plastic will earn its keep many times over. One quick note on safety, because I'd be doing you a disservice if I skipped it. Never combine hydrogen peroxide with vinegar, bleach, or any commercial drain product. If you've already poured a chemical cleaner down the drain, flush it thoroughly with plenty of water, and wait a day before trying peroxide. Mixing cleaning chemicals can create irritating or dangerous gases, and this method needs no partners anyway. Method number 1. The 1-hour treatment. This is your first line of attack for a drain that's slow but still moving. Begin by getting rid of any standing water in the basin. If a puddle is sitting over the drain, it will dilute your peroxide before it ever reaches the buildup, so bail it out with a cup until only a shallow film remains. Perfection isn't required here, you just don't want the peroxide swimming in a pool. Next, remove whatever hardware covers the drain opening. On a bathroom sink that's usually the chrome pop-up plug, which either lifts straight out or releases with a quarter turn counterclockwise. On a tub, unscrew the strainer plate or pull the plug mechanism. Take a good look at what comes out with it, because a shocking amount of hair collects on that hardware alone, and clearing it can improve drainage before you've poured a single drop. Wipe it clean on your old towel and set it aside. With the drain open and exposed, slowly pour 1 full cup of peroxide straight down the center of the opening. For a tub or shower, where the pipe is wider and the clogs run bigger, use the whole 2-cup bottle. Pour steadily rather than dumping it, so the liquid coats the pipe walls on its way down. Within seconds, you should hear a soft, continuous fizzing rising up from the pipe. That sound is your confirmation that the peroxide has found organic material and gone to work on it. Then comes the hardest part of the whole method, leaving it alone. The peroxide needs uninterrupted contact time, a minimum of 45 minutes and ideally a full hour. Resist the urge to run the faucet, poke around, or test it early. Go fold some laundry, take the dog out, brew a coffee, and watch the clock. Every extra minute of soaking is another layer of buildup dissolving. While you wait, heat a full kettle of water and pay attention to the temperature. You want very hot water, roughly 180 degrees, not a rolling boil. Truly boiling water can stress the glued joints in PVC drain lines, especially in older homes, and the hotter water offers no real advantage. If your kettle only knows how to boil, simply let it rest for 30 seconds before pouring. When the hour is up, pour the hot water slowly down the drain in a steady stream. It will flush every strand of loosened hair and every flake of dissolved film through the trap and out into the main line. Run the faucet for a moment and watch. In most cases, you'll see the water spiral down at full speed, and honestly, few household victories feel quite as satisfying. By the way, if this method works for you, drop a comment and tell me how bad your drain was before, because those stories help other viewers know what to expect. Method number 2, the overnight soak. Some drains didn't get slow last week. They've been declining for months, which means the buildup inside is thick, layered, and compacted. For those, 1 hour of contact only softens the surface, and this is where the overnight approach shines, because it lets time do the heavy lifting while you sleep. The routine is nearly identical, just shifted to bedtime. Clear the standing water, remove the drain hardware, and pour your 1 to 2 cups of peroxide down the opening as the last thing you do before turning in. Then give it the entire night, 7 or 8 hours of continuous contact. That long soak lets the oxidation reaction penetrate deep into the mass, instead of merely skimming the top. In the morning, before anyone showers, flush the drain with your kettle of very hot water and run the tap to test the flow. For a chronically slow drain, expect a dramatic improvement after 1 night, but don't be discouraged if it isn't perfect yet. Thick buildup often needs 2 or even 3 consecutive nights to fully surrender, and repeating the treatment is completely safe. On the second night, add a refinement. Squeeze about a tablespoon of dish soap into the drain immediately after the peroxide. The soap works as a lubricant, coating the pipe walls so the chunks of loosened material slide through instead of snagging, and it cuts any greasy residue binding the clog together. Peroxide breaks it apart, soap escorts it out. The two make a quietly brilliant team. Method number 3, escalating with tools. Every so often, you'll meet a clog with real attitude, one that improves after treatment but refuses to clear completely. Rather than pouring bottle after bottle, escalate intelligently. Think of it as a ladder, where each rung adds a little more muscle. The next rung after peroxide and soap is physical extraction, and this is where that $2 plastic strip becomes the star of the show. After a treatment has soaked and softened everything, slide the strip down into the drain as far as it will go, give it a gentle twist, and pull it back up slowly. The barbs will snag hair the peroxide has already loosened, and fair warning, what emerges is equal parts fascinating and revolting. A wet gray rope of hair and slime that has been strangling your pipe for months. Repeat the pass 2 or 3 times until the strip comes up clean, then flush with hot water 1 more time. On tub drains especially, I actually recommend flipping the order. Fish out the hair first, then pour the peroxide to dissolve whatever's left clinging to the walls. Tubs collect more hair than any other drain in the house, and removing the bulk of it first lets the chemistry concentrate on the residue. If the drain still isn't satisfied, climb to the plunger rung, and here's the trick almost everyone misses. Bathroom sinks and tubs have an overflow opening, that small hole near the rim of the sink or behind the plate below the tub faucet. Leave it open, and every ounce of plunging pressure escapes through it, accomplishing nothing. So soak a rag, stuff it firmly into the overflow, and hold it in place. Add enough water to the basin to cover the rubber cup, seat the plunger flat over the drain, and give it 5 or 6 firm, vertical strokes. With the clog pre-softened by peroxide and the overflow sealed, That suction usually finishes the job in seconds. I want to be straight with you about where this method ends, because trust matters more to me than a catchy title. Peroxide excels at organic clogs, which covers the vast majority of bathroom drain trouble. But if your drain holds standing water that never moves, and a treatment produces zero fizzing and zero change, you're likely facing a mechanical blockage. A solidified grease plug, a toy that took a swim, heavy mineral scale, or in older homes, tree roots invading the main line. Chemistry can't dissolve a physical object. For those situations, remove and clean the P-trap under the sink, run a drain auger down the line, or simply call a plumber without shame. Knowing when to switch tools is a skill, not a failure. Kitchen sinks deserve their own footnote here as well. Peroxide will happily break down the food film and bacterial slime that coat a kitchen drain, and it does wonders for the sour smell that creeps out of a garbage disposal. But cooled, hardened cooking grease is a different beast. It behaves more like a candle stuck in your pipe than like organic film, and peroxide alone won't melt it. For greasy kitchen clogs, lean harder on the dish soap and very hot water combination, use the peroxide for odor and film control, and above all, change the habit that caused it by never pouring pan grease down the sink in the first place. A quick diagnostic tip: no fizzing at all can also mean your peroxide is old and has lost its punch, since an open bottle stored in a warm bathroom degrades within a year or so. A fresh bottle rules that out fast, and if a drain clears but gurgles afterward, that hints at a partial blockage farther down or a venting problem worth having a professional scope. Here's the payoff I promised at the beginning: the habit that makes everything above almost unnecessary. Once a month, before bed, pour a single cup of 3% peroxide down every bathroom drain in the house. Sink, tub, shower, all of them. Let it sit overnight. No flush required, though a kettle of hot water in the morning never hurts. That one small dose prevents the bacterial film from ever establishing itself, dissolves stray hairs before they weave into a net, and keeps the pipe walls slick and clean. If you want the deluxe version, spend 10 extra seconds per drain running the plastic strip through first, then pour. Run the numbers with me. A plumber's visit to clear one clogged drain runs $150 to $250 in most areas. A bottle of peroxide costs less than $2. Even buying a fresh bottle every single month, you're spending around $20 a year to protect every drain you own. I follow this exact routine in my own home, and I honestly cannot remember my last slow drain. It's 5 minutes a month that pays you back for years. So the next time a sink starts lagging, skip the harsh stuff and reach for the brown bottle instead. Give the 1-hour treatment a try this week, and if it rescues your drain, share this video with someone whose bathroom could use it. Hit that like button so more people find it, and subscribe if you haven't yet, because next week I'm covering the kitchen sink, where grease changes the rules entirely. Until then, keep those drains flowing, and keep it pure.